This might be the best Oogie Boogie Bash yet. This time, 5 characters made their Disney Parks debut during the event, and there are some great character returns too. So let's take a look at all the rare characters at Oogie Boogie Bash 2022. The Sanderson Sisters. The Sanderson Sisters are a staple of Halloween. So many people love watching Hocus Pocus during this time, and with the sequel coming up on September 30th of this year, we knew that we had to have more representation of these characters at the park. The sisters came to the parks back in 2015 when Disney created the Hocus Pocus villain Spelltacular for Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party. This show is, of course, amazing, and we've been wanting for the sisters to pay a visit to the Disneyland Resort, and this year, they will. In a way. Back in April of this year, Disney announced that a special character meet and greet inspired by the Sanderson Sisters would debut on Disney Cruise Line's Halloween on the high seas sailings. Minnie Mouse, Daisy Duck, and Clarabelle Cow will debut a never-before-seen look as they dress up as the iconic Sanderson Sisters. These costumes look honestly amazing, and everyone loved the announcement. Well, after a while, Disney released this video, confirming that these costumes would also come to Oogie Boogie Bash. So now, they're here. You can find them in Hollywoodland. The backdrop, the pumpkins, the bubbling cauldron, everything about this meet and greet is fantastic, and we can't wait to see it. Bruno. We do talk about Bruno here because ever since Encanto came out, we all fell in love with him. He quickly became one of the most beloved Disney characters, and We Don't Talk About Bruno became the biggest Disney song of all time. It spent the most time sitting on Billboard's Hot 100 list than any other song in the company's history. There's even a 2-minute special projection show that plays daily at the Small World facade. How could Bruno not be beloved by all if he went from being a type of villain during the first part of the movie to being a misunderstood, lovable character that loves and protects his family, even from afar? After Encanto was such a success, Mirabel made her park's debut at California Adventure at Paradise Gardens, as part of the park's Viva Navidad festivities. She also appeared at Disneyland and later Disney World, but she was the only Encanto character to have a meet and greet at the parks. Until now. Bruno had been rumored to be appearing at the Bash this year, and he was confirmed when his meet and greet area was set, and people recognized it. Well, they were correct. Bruno meets guests at Grizzly Peak Trail, and he looks like such a fun interaction. The hourglass in the backdrop is so cool and makes meeting this character so authentic and fun. Madame Mim. Madame Mim's appearance at the park was way overdue. We can't imagine why Disney had never thought to bring her to the parks before. After all, she's one of the best things in the already excellent and underrated The Sword in the Stone film. Madame Mim is so powerful that her powers rival those of Merlin himself. She is unhinged, arrogant, and a bit sadistic, but this combination makes her such a fun character. We've seen other characters from the movie, but never Madame Mim before this event. Earlier this year, Disney released this video teasing only 2 of the new Oogie Boogie Bash characters. There was a lot of speculation, but then fans recognized this scene from the movie and figured out that one of the characters would be Madame Mim. She's meeting guests at the Hyperion Theater courtyard. This street trail looks fantastic, and the set where Madame Mim is full of references and Easter eggs, like the paintings on the stage representing all the animals she turned into when she battled Merlin. And if you look close enough, you can see that we get to meet Archimedes and Wart in this street trail too. But they don't appear to be having a great time being caged on both sides of Madame Mim's throne. Erensto de la Cruz. Erensto might seem charming, sensible, and very talented, but on the inside, he is a selfish, desperate coward who murdered his best friend to achieve fame and fortune. As a result, he is probably one of the most hated Pixar villains of all time. Coco is a fantastic movie, so beautiful and full of great characters, but only Miguel has appeared at the parks. He appeared first in the limited musical show A Musical Celebration of Coco, where he made his parks debut where he was presented as a singing puppet. He also appears wearing a mariachi outfit and his usual red hoodie with jeans for meet and greets. Now, Erensto de la Cruz has joined Miguel at the parks, and honestly, this might be one of the most impressive and mind-blowing characters to appear at the parks. When videos of this interaction began appearing, people were even wondering if this character was an animatronic. That's how amazing this costume is. This street trail is breathtaking. We see Erensto giving a concert and interacting with guests simultaneously. The lighting, the music, the costume, and the prosthetics all make this experience so amazing and spooky at the same time. He's singing several renditions of Remember Me, and knowing how he got that song and that it made him so popular after murdering his best friend is very creepy. He is a villain we all love to hate. Find Erensto's treat trail at Bountiful Valley Hideaway. Mother Gothel. Tangled is such an underrated movie. Thankfully, we've seen lots of representation of this movie in the parks. Rapunzel and Flynn have become very frequent characters for meet and greets, parades, and shows, and guests love seeing them walking around Fantasyland. But we never had a meet and greet with Mother Gothel. Now, this is not the first time that she has appeared at the parks. Earlier this year, there was a show called Bald Mountain Nightclub during the Villains Night at California Adventure. The show was hosted by Dr. Terminus from Pete's Dragon, accompanied by a full jazz band and dancers. And the guests of honor during it were the Queen of Hearts, the Evil Queen, and Mother Gothel, who sang a song called Hair. Other than this, there have been 0 appearances from this character. But this year's Oogie Boogie Bash brought us an amazing treat trail featuring her. When Disney released this video earlier this year, there was lots of speculation regarding the scene. Many people guessed that it was teasing the Sanderson Sisters, not Mother Gothel. But the background music slightly played Mother Knows Best, and seeing the scene from the movie made it obvious that Mother Gothel would be coming to the party. Her trail is beautiful. Surrounded by flowers and candles, you can see Mother Gothel wondering why she is there, surrounded by villains. She can be seen holding a dagger, or even the magic flower. You can find her at Grizzly Peak Trail. King Mickey and Donald. We just talked about these characters in our last video, hoping to see them again soon, but we never expected to see them that soon. And that's just the case with Donald. But King Mickey, well, King Mickey is a whole other story. As we said in our last video, Donald and Goofy wearing their Kingdom Hearts outfits have made a few appearances before at the parks. First, they appeared along with Sora back in 2004. Then Goofy and Donald came back for Japan's 2013 D23, where they presented the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer to attendees. And then they, of course, came back for Oogie Boogie Bash in 2019. People love seeing these characters, and we wanted them to come back soon. And while they are extremely rare, we had seen them before. But that's not the case with King Mickey. There has only been one appearance of Mickey wearing this costume before, and that was back in Japan's 2015 D23. This is, without a doubt, one of the most amazing costumes that Mickey has ever worn. Unfortunately, there are some issues with Square Enix, which make it difficult for characters like Sora to appear at the parks. And it also looked like King Mickey was a difficult character to have as a meet and greet. But that all changed this year. Mickey and Donald are out meeting guests wearing their Kingdom Hearts costumes. You can find them near Paradise Bay. This is one meet and greet that you can't miss. Merlin. Another Sword in the Stone character. This year's Oogie Boogie Bash surprises keep on coming. We love Merlin. He is such a fun character in and out of the screen. Merlin didn't used to be a rare character. His appearance was quite frequent a while ago at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, where he hosted the Sword in the Stone ceremony. This show took place in Fantasyland, where the Sword in the Stone is located. At various times throughout the day, Merlin would magically appear to see if anyone from the crowd of guests could pull the sword from the stone. He picked some guests and even theme park characters that tried to pull the legendary enchanted sword until some lucky guest could do it. Sadly, this show has been retired in Disneyland and Walt Disney World, but it sometimes still takes place at Hong Kong Disneyland. Merlin has also appeared at various parades like Walt Disney's Parade of Dreams at Disneyland, usually as a replacement for one of the fairies, and the Disneyland Paris Disney Magic on Parade in the Making Magic Float, along with the Fairy Godmother, the Blue Fairy, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. He also blessed us with his mind-blowing dance moves in the Magic Happens Parade at Disneyland, where during the parade's finale, Merlin appeared with Wart in their own dedicated float, where Merlin is seen encouraging him to pull the Sword of Excalibur. Merlin was also seen last year during the Disney Plus Day festivities at Disneyland, and now he has returned, probably to save us from Madame Mim's appearance. He can be seen greeting guests at Carthy Circle. Other treat trails. The rest of the treat trails during Oogie Boogie Bash have been featured in last year's event, but that doesn't make them any less impressive. We of course have Oogie Boogie, who you can see in the same place as the previous years. He took over the animation building in such a fun and fantastic setting. We love to see Oogie every year here. We also have Maleficent. She can be found next to Soren, sitting on her throne and looking over guests while they are trick-or-treating. She's also been there for the past 2 years, and we hope she'll keep coming back. Another villain who's back for his 3rd year is Dr. Facilier. His location changed this year, because last year, he was positioned where Erensto de la Cruz is now. This year, you can find him near the Golden Zephyr. He is such a fun character to interact with. Also, we're happy to announce that our 3 favorite characters from last year made a return. We have Sid setting up his Sid show again on the Pixar Pier stage. We also have the return of Cruella. And this is a huge surprise because we worried that this character would not be coming back to the parks anytime soon. She is seen just like last year at the Hollywoodland area on stage, surrounded by her creations. And one of our favorites? Agatha Harkness. She is once more in the ancient sanctum at Avengers Campus, along with Sparky's grave. And these aren't even all the characters appearing at this year's event. If you have any doubts that Oogie Boogie Bash is the best Disney Parks event, we hope this video cleared them up. If not, here's some other videos you need to watch to accept that Oogie Boogie Bash is the king among any other Halloween events at Disney.